Hi everyone! So I just picked up a new flat iron, and this is the T3 Wide Wet or Dry, and I just wanted to kind of give you my 2 cents on it because I read a lot of reviews online about how people were dissatisfied with its wet to dry function, and so I just wanted to show you what I think about the wet to dry function. I haven't actually used it dry yet, but I have used it wet to dry, and personally I really like it, so I'm going to show you what I do so that it works well for me, just how to prep your hair and stuff before you actually start flat ironing from wet to dry, because you can't really per se go wet to dry. It needs to be damp to dry, and it's pretty easy to do. And then at the end of the video I'll give you my 2 cents on how I feel about it. But this is it right here. You can see Bespoke Labs is the company that heads over T3. And this is what it looks like. It's actually got a really cool design. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it's got like this almost looks like stained wood. It's really cool looking. But yeah, it's got a nice swivel cord so that it doesn't get tangled, and the maximum temperature is 410 degrees. There's a new one out now. It's called the Wet or Dry Single Pass, and this is not the single pass, this is the slightly older model. Oh, and it's also got cute little rhinestones across here, which I thought was an interesting little addition. And the power button is on the inside, which is nice because you can't accidentally turn it on or off while you're working with it. And yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a shower because my hair needs to be wet for this, and I will see you guys in a minute. Alright, so I just got out the shower. My hair's been up in a towel long enough for me to put on my moisturizer, my facial stuff, put some lotion on, and grab some clothes so I'm not naked on camera. And basically all I did was squeeze the excess water out of my hair. And now I'm going to put in my heat protectant and my volumizing mousse. Okay, so I'm finished with my heat protectant and my mousse. So you just see my hair is just towel dried. It's still pretty wet. It's not soaking wet, but it's still fairly wet. Then I'm just going to take some clips and section off my hair. Let me tell you, I've fallen in love with these clips. I got them from Beauty Choice. They're called crane clips. They're amazing. They hold everything. Alright, so I've sectioned everything off. I've got 6 sections. You can make as many or as few as you want. And I'm just going to start with the bottom. So here's the flat iron. Now you will hear a hissing sound, and that hissing sound is not your hair frying. It's the sound of your hair drying. So it's just the water that's evaporating. You can take pretty thick sections of hair, because the plates that I have are 1.5 inch. Yeah, 1.5 inch. So then you're just going to clamp it down at the root and pull it down. And you hear that hissing sound. I guarantee you it's not your hair frying. And if you look at it, it's a perfectly straightened and dry section of hair. Best to go slowly, because then your hair actually has time, or the flat iron actually has time to evaporate all of the water. Move this out of the way so you can see. So here's the dry hair, and it feels super soft. And this is what the wet hair looks like. And you can see the bottom of my hair. I have weird little ringlets. I've always had ringlets on the bottom half of my hair, but the top half of my hair is straight. I don't know why. But you see it, and it's actually quite shiny too. See? So I'm just going to finish the rest of my hair and then I'll give you the rest of my assessment on this. So I'm just going to finish the rest of my hair and I'll give you the rest of my assessment on this flat iron. Alright, so first of all, if you're wondering why I changed clothes, it's because in the middle of my review or finishing up my hair, my husband came in and asked me if I wanted to go out to eat, so that's what we did. And now we're back, so I wanted to go ahead and give you my final words on this flat iron. This is the T3 wide, wet or dry. I'm not sure if I mentioned that earlier. It's a really, really, really nice flat iron. I like it a lot. And I think it's worth every penny of its retail of $200. If you have $200, go ahead and spend it on this if that's something that's important to you, hairstyling products. I didn't spend that much on it. I found it at Marshall's for $79.99 and I picked it up because it was the only one there, and I had been looking for a wet to dry for a while because with my new haircut I've been having to blow dry my hair and then flat iron my hair, and so I was starting to think that maybe I was probably putting a little bit too much damage on my hair doing 2 different heat styling treatments in a single day, in fact within a single hour. So I thought that a wet to dry would be a good compromise, that way I don't have to blow dry and flat iron in the same day. And I found that the wet to dry function works really, really well for me. I know a lot of people were complaining that it doesn't work for them, and I don't know if it's just because I have fine hair or if it's just that my hair doesn't hold water as much as other people's hair does, because if I just towel dry it and then go over with this, a single pass does it for me. Although there is a new version of this one out called the single pass wide, wet or dry, and that one goes to 450 degrees, this one only goes to 410. But like I said, it went with a single pass for me, so I don't know that 450 degrees is going to make that, or 40 degrees difference is going to make that big of a difference. I'm not sure. Maybe for you it will. It is available in a 1-inch, but that was not available at Marshall's, and like I said, I'm not spending $200 on a flat iron, but it is definitely worth $200, I would say. It's very, very good quality flat iron. And as you can see, my hair is super shiny, and it is really soft, and it moves beautifully. Like, it doesn't get stiff or anything. You can see it from the back. It's really, really, really high quality flat iron. I'm loving it a lot. The only thing is I don't think it can do curling. I haven't tried, but the plates are straight, plus this is a 1.5 inch, and the 1.5 inch don't work so well for curling. What else? Hair slides through very easily. It doesn't get caught, because sometimes with flat irons you might get it caught like this and it might jump a little on the cheaper flat irons, but this one it just smooths straight through. It never got caught either. I never had any snags. I think a 1-inch would be better if you wanted to get volume. This doesn't work so well for that, so sometimes I have to go back over with my WeGo 1-inch to really get the lift here that I want. So anyway, like I said, I hope you enjoyed this review. I hope it was informative for you, and let me know if you have any questions. I'll be willing to answer them as best I can. And the only problem with finding it cheap like I did, I found it at Marshall's. If it's not an authorized dealer, you can't get the warranty, but at 80 bucks, I think I can handle not having the warranty. So yeah, I'm not willing to pay $200. I love my hair and all, but $200, wow. Unless I had lots of time to save up. But anyway, it is worth $200. So if you have it and you want to buy it, by all means get it, because it's superbly awesome. So anyway, I guess I'll see you guys later, and stay tuned for some more videos. Take care.